Welcome back to Simply Scratch Kitchen. I am here today with an Aldi haul, and then I wanted to share my meal plan with you as well. So I did kind of a bigger Aldi trip. This is about a week of food for my family, but some of it I think is gonna spill over into next week for sure. And my total for all this food came out to right about $150. So I think that is pretty good, especially since we will have some leftovers next week. So I'm going to show you what I got. So I've got a bag of organic strawberries. These are always good from there. It's my daughter's birthday next week, and she really wanted popcorn shrimp. This is not something we normally buy, but I thought we would try that. This is kind of my treat yogurt. This is so good. They also have like a caramel flavor, and the honey vanilla is also really good too, but I felt kind of like lemon this week. And then I got some salami, and I thought I got some ham, but I haven't found it yet, so hopefully it's not still in my car. Their Never Any Bacon was on sale this week for $4, which I feel like is a really good deal. So I'm probably gonna use that in like some little breakfast bites or a quiche. I got a package of flour tortillas. I just like to have these on hand because a lot of times we'll do like bean and cheese burritos for lunch. And then I just felt like this package of pitas, so I'll see what I actually end up making with that this week. I love these. If you've ever been to Europe, you know they're very popular over there, and you can get them at Aldi. So sometimes I get myself a little treat with those. Got a big bag of red onions because I have been really wanting to make some pickled red onions. That's my favorite. So I'm gonna do some like refrigerator pickled onions this week and put them on everything. This is our favorite juice from there, the black cherry plum, super good. Just kind of like an emergency stash of mac and cheese here. Heavy whipping cream, use that for everything, and some organic milk. I've been getting some from a farm, but we ran out a day early, so that will tide us over, as well as some orange juice. I got some vinegar for making those pickled onions, some garlic powder, some cottage cheese, this whole milk organic yogurt I get for my kids. They go through that super quickly. I probably should have gotten more actually. Just a pack of regular butter here. And they had this chicken on sale, these chicken thighs. I have a hard time buying like more conventional chicken, but the price on this was so good I couldn't pass it up. So I think I'm gonna do some meal prep with it and maybe cook all of this at once and freeze it so I have really easy like shredded chicken for different dinners. And then we really like this granola. They also have a coconut one that's really good. We just got the pumpkin seed this time. I've been kind of into instant rice lately, and so I got a couple boxes of the jasmine instant rice. It just kind of makes meals come together quickly, and I can't tell a real nutritional difference at all. I got a bag of broccoli florets for a sheet pan meal this week, and a couple avocados, a large bag of green beans, a couple of these salad mixes. I sometimes like to just add some meat to these for my lunches really quickly. A block of cream cheese, a couple bags of the organic mixed vegetables. This is still a better price than ordering a big bag on Azure, so I keep getting them from Aldi. I've got a couple jars of marinara for a recipe I'm making, and a couple jars of salsa because my husband will go through those very quickly. A box of pita chips. A lot of times for our lunches we'll kind of do like a snack plate. That's what my kids like. So I've got the salami. I've already got cheese and pickles and fruit and all that kind of stuff. I got a box cake mix for a recipe I'm trying this week. I don't normally buy that. As well as a big box of cereal that my husband requested, and a couple bags. I love their organic tortilla chips. You just cannot beat the price. These are like $2, and these would be like $4 or $5, $6 at other grocery stores. I've got a bag of apples in here. If you ever had pop chips, those are kind of like my guilty treat that I love. They've started making a store brand at Aldi, which is a way better price. They had the kettle corn as well, so I got the cheddar this time. One of my kids is having some dental work done, so this was like her treat. And they had this here. It's a keto queso dip. So I thought we would try that. We almost always eat like Mexican once a week, and I love a good queso. Got a couple canned things, some kidney beans, some baked beans. This is also, I told my kids they could request like one fun lunch, and so they love eating the baked beans with the mac and cheese. So that was their fun thing. Bag of carrots, a bag of green bell peppers, and then they also picked some canned pears and mandarin oranges because I'm starting to run out from my fall canning project here. So I feel like this is a pretty good selection for $150. I definitely couldn't get that at other stores. And so I'm going to tell you what my meal plan is for the week here. For breakfast, we usually keep it pretty simple. And obviously I already have some other things in my pantry, but these yogurt and granola are going to be great sometimes. Me or even when my kids will do cottage cheese with like frozen berries. That's really delicious also. And then I've got this bacon. I think I'm going to make these little breakfast cups where you're just basically mixing eggs and bacon. You can do some cottage cheese in it or some veggies and pre-bake those to have them ready to go for the week. For lunches, I am thinking about cooking up some of this chicken to just have shredded in the fridge and probably make some chicken salad with it to maybe put on these pitas here or to just eat with crackers. For lunches, I think I'm going to cook up some of this chicken here and just shred it and turn it into chicken salad to have on these pitas. That sounds really good. Or sometimes my kids will just eat them with crackers. And then, like I said before, kind of the snack plates, just doing cheese, salami, crackers, and some veggies and fruit. And everyone can kind of make their own spread there. And then probably one of the days we'll do the macaroni and cheese there. And that'll be kind of our one little fun lunch for this week. For dinners, I usually plan about 6 meals, assuming we'll either have leftovers one day or we might be out. Sometimes we eat out after church, so I don't always need a meal for Sunday. But I got these green bell peppers. I'm going to be making a deconstructed stuffed bell pepper skillet. Comes together really quickly. You basically just use meat, which I already have, bell peppers, and marinara sauce, and then you can do some rice in there as well, so that will come together really fast. Using this chicken, I already have a stir fry mix and I have some rice noodles as well, so I think I'm going to do like a chicken stir fry one of the nights. If I have some of this bacon left over, I think I'll do a quiche one night as well. That's always really satisfying, and then I love having leftovers the next day for breakfast. Since I did get such a good deal on the chicken, I'll probably do what we call like a chicken pie. It's really more like a chicken pot pie. I just put biscuits on the top, homemade biscuits, instead of a pie crust, so more chicken, and then I just use these mixed veggies for that. I've got a big coleslaw mix left in the fridge, and so I want to use that up. It's just shredded cabbage and carrots. And so I think I'm going to do a cabbage roll soup. And so I'm just going to be using really some crushed tomatoes I already have in my pantry and broth. And then it does have the kidney beans in it. And that's going to be almost like a pantry meal here. And then I'm going to use the broccoli, again, some potatoes I already have, and some sausage I already have to do a sheet pan meal. And it's just kind of a catch-all meal. I will probably do something kind of Mexican. I've got the tortilla chips, the avocados, the queso. So maybe we'll turn some of that chicken into some just like sheet pan fajitas. I've got, I could use some leftover peppers and onions here and do that. Or we could just heat up some ground beef for that as well. As typical for Aldi, I found a couple things in like the Aldi aisle of shame, as they call it. So they had this just wipeable shower curtain for a good price. I always kind of need a new one for our bathroom. And then I saw this, and it is for meal prep. It's collapsible, but this reminded me a lot of those soup cubes where you can pour broth in it and freeze them. And I think this is gonna be perfect because I have been wanting to get one of those for a while, but they're normally really expensive. This was only $4.99, so I am going to be using this in an upcoming meal prep video for freezing some chicken broth. So that was my meal plan for a family of 5, using everything from Aldi for a week. I'll see next week kind of what I have left over, but I'm feeling good about this. Let me know what's on your meal plan for this week and what you like to get at Aldi to really stretch your budget. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.